Okay, so let me just play around with it, give you a few ideas. Okay. It was a friend story in here, and today I'm excited because I have a nice groove for you guys. It's a groove or a vamp or something you can play as background music or talk music depending on how you play it, or as a vamp after you've ended a song. So say you've ended a song and the singer is improvising, or you guys are just musicians playing, then you can play this vamp or this groove. So let me play it first and then I'll explain what I'm playing and in what situations you can play this vamp or this groove, and what kind of variations you can apply when doing this. Alright, so I'm playing this vamp or this groove in the key of D major. So we have these notes of the D major scale. So D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. So these are all the notes that are available to us. And it's a 4 to a 3. It's actually a 1 with a 3 in the bass, 2, 1. Well, let me go ahead and play it first and then I'll explain everything further. With the right hand, I'm starting with this nice melody line. So E, F sharp, E, D is what I'm playing before playing anything else. So, okay. And then I'm playing B, D, D. But as you've noticed before playing this B, so I could also play like this. That's also an option, but I tend to play this A as like a grace note. So okay, so those are small things you can do to add to your playing, which makes you sound more like a pro, but you don't always have to do it. So sometimes you can do it, or sometimes play it clean and then go straight to the B. Because that's also something that makes your playing interesting if you're not predictable. So let's keep on going. So, ba-da-da-da. I'll get to the left hand in a bit. B, D, D. Then A, D, D. G, D, D. F sharp. Okay, once again. B, D, D. A, D, D. G, D, D. F sharp. Let's play the chords. B, D, D, A, D, D, G, D, F sharp. What am I doing with the left? I'm playing a G chord to start off with. With the left hand, I'm playing G, B, and D. But I'm also adding this A for extra sauce, so an extra color tone. This A adds some extra color. So this is fine. What I like to add this. Okay, so 1, 2, that's the first chord. Second chord, let me see. Yeah, so second chord is an inverted D chord. So we have our D triad right here, but instead of playing this D over here, I'm playing it up here. So left hand is going to be F sharp, A, and D, but we're also adding this E for extra color. I like the sound of it. So let's see. We have our G chord, that's the first chord. Second chord, the inverted D chord with this E that I added. All right. Now we have E minor 7. I am playing E, G, B, and D. All right, and then ending it with this D chord. D, F sharp, A, and D. I was just checking if I also added the E, but I don't think so. So D. So putting it all together. Or you can play this E as well for the last chord if you like. Okay? But for the demonstration, I'll just play the D. Second time around. Okay, so the second time around, I'm doing something else. So this is staying the same. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm doing. So B, B, D, and then I'm playing this chord right here, this E minor chord. So G, B, and E together before playing this D chord with the right. So F sharp, A, and D. So G, B, and D, G, B, and E, and then F sharp, A, and D together. Alright, so let me play it one more time. And then I played it an octave lower. Okay, so at the beginning of this video, I told you guys you can use this as talk music or background music or as a vamp when finishing your song. But let's take a look at talk music or background music. Say you are I'm gonna talk to all my church musicians right now. So, okay, you're playing at church and there's a part in the service where you're required to just play background music. This can mean a couple of different things. It can mean background music where people just want you to play. Maybe people are just walking in. There's nothing serious going on yet. No one's speaking. Church hasn't started yet. And you're just playing. Church hasn't started. And you're just free to actually do what you want. But at the same time, you do want to build a nice atmosphere. So when people come in, they can come in a nice atmosphere, a nice vibe. So you're playing, okay? One of the things that is most important is that you keep the tempo. Because maybe you're playing without a drummer at this moment. So you want to keep the tempo straight. This is the tempo. Da 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 dum dum dum. All right. Keep it consistent. Okay, so as you've noticed, I'm kind of playing a bit more free. Doing a bit more things with my left hand. A couple of Alright, so those are things you can do because I mean, you have a bit more freedom. Let's say you're playing talk music, but it's in a different part of the service and you're not required to be doing a lot of melody lines. This is not something you want to be doing. Then let's take a look at how you can play this chord progression. Okay, so maybe someone's speaking, you're backing up the person that is announcing something, and you just want to make sure you want to have a nice background atmosphere without pulling too much attention to your playing. Okay? If you play like this, occasionally Here people are still feeling the chords. All right, but you're not doing too much with your right hand, because when playing and doing all of this stuff, it sounds nice. I mean, I enjoy it. I like listening to piano players do that type of stuff. But it can distract a person from the message or what's going on in front of them, because they're listening to your melody lines. And that's not the focus right now. The focus is to set a nice atmosphere. And that's what you're doing with your chords. Okay? You can start the chord progression with, or I wouldn't even do these things too much. So da 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 da. All right, say you're another musician. So you're not playing at church, you're playing at a theater, or you're playing at some other place where you're playing background music. The same thing applies to you. So I play at church, love doing that. And I also play for a singer. And this singer sometimes tells stories about her song. And then she asked me like, okay, all right, Torian, could you back me up? Could you play some chords while I'm telling the story? Then for me, it's important to just set the atmosphere like I taught you guys. All right? And keep it consistent. I will do this. Alright, this is all I would be doing. Because if you do this a couple of times and keeping the tempo straight, it makes for a nice atmosphere. Alright, so let's say there's something happening in a moment. She's calling up someone and people are applauding. There's hey, hey, hey. Then that's the moment where you can do, alright, make it a bit fuller. Then I would play this chord as well. And then as soon as she gets back to her core message and people need to really focus on her, I get back to playing just chords mostly. Alright, so you really have to check in a moment what's going on. If there's a moment that requires you to play more, yeah, do your thing, play a bit more full. As you notice, you need to play it a little bit less. You just play less. Alright guys, so let's say for example, you just finished a song. Okay, let's pick a specific scenario. We are in church, people are worshiping. So we just finished this song. I don't know what song it is, but I'm just making up a chord progression. Alright, so we're almost ending it. This is the last chorus. And then da. So, but people are still excited. And then this is what you can play right away. Okay? Keeping the tempo steady. Alright, so this is also a scenario, like I said, where you can use this chord progression right after the song is done. Play it right away. It all depends on if it fits within the atmosphere, if it fits within the song, of course. Not all songs have this vibe where you can do this, but if the song permits, then you can definitely do this. Alright, so I gave you guys this chord progression, the chords, the melody lines, but what are some things you can do to add to this chord progression? Say you're using this chord progression together with your band, so it's only musicians, then you have a lot more freedom to play melody lines and to play with the chords. Okay, so let's see what she can do. Okay, so this is something I like to do. It's a nice riff. So alright, so instead of doing the melody line, now you can do. Alright, so Okay, so let me just play around with it, give you a few ideas. Okay, so let me play that again. Or, all right, one more time. Okay, so I'm playing this chord, the D, and then, all right, this is something you can do. F and D with the left, D and A with the right. This is the walk up, D, E, F sharp with the left, F sharp, G, and A with the right. Okay, if it's a bit more aggressive, then this is the route you can take, comping it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Etc, etc. So I'm just having fun right here. Make sure to check out the moves that I did. So guys, I hope you can apply this chord progression, this vamp, in the situation that is applicable to you. Have fun with it, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.